Okay, so I was not honestly gonna do any kind of a vlog today, but I'm realizing that when you're gonna be consistent with this stuff, you just have to do it. Anyway, today was weird. It was just a really weird day, and I mean, there were a lot of good things that happened. Actually, we had some really incredible patient testimonies. We have, folks that are able to come off of some pretty heavy pain medication right now, who've been under care for a relatively short period of time, which is great. And I don't know, I feel like some of the things that I struggle with as, I'm not even going to say a business owner, as a person, is really allowing the good stuff to sink in sometimes. And I think they call it something like imposter syndrome. I don't know. But for whatever reason, I have days where I just feel like it's all gonna like come crashing down. I don't know. Maybe that sounds dramatic, but kind of like it's almost too good to be true and things are going really well. When's the other shoe gonna drop? Or, am I making mistakes that I'm not seeing? Just overthinking, I think, everything. And that's probably everyone that has any kind of, anxiety or whatever this is. But I don't know. It was just a weird day. I felt like I don't know. I'm having a hard time describing it. Things are really heavy right now, and I see a lot of people who are just very upset, very angry, and I see a lot of people struggling. I see a lot of people that are just kind of at their wits' end right now, and I hate it. I hate the heaviness. I hate that people are feeling lost or scared or frustrated. And I don't know, it makes me feel pretty bad, actually. And for me personally, what I feel like I'm struggling with the most right now is, from a parent standpoint. I have a kiddo that can't be in school, and really the only conversation he's having with his friends is over Xbox. And I'm still working full time. My husband's home with my son, and they're doing the best they can do. I mean, after a few hours of schoolwork in the morning, I mean, there's nowhere to go. He can go outside and, sit for a little bit, but none of the kids are playing together right now. So, his options are sit outside by himself or go hang with his best friends, online on Xbox. And, neither option feels great. And I'm concerned about, his social skills ongoing, his ability to interact with people. And I think everybody's just waiting for this, like, on this date and this time, everything's going to be back to normal, and, COVID's going to be gone, and the killer bees are going to be gone. And it's just not going to happen like that, right? I mean, I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that things are they're not going to be the way they were, a couple of months ago. And what does that mean for my kid? And what does that mean for my practice? And, just everything. And I know I'm not the only person feeling like that. I'm sure I'm not the only person feeling like that. I think some of us are handling it maybe a little bit differently than others. But I know that I have my moments, and today just felt heavy to me. Despite, like I said, I mean, we had a great day. Saw a lot of patients. A lot of patients are doing well. But part of being in practice is hearing what patients are thinking and feeling as wives and husbands and parents. And then, as a doctor, you listen to that and you try to keep as much of it separate as you can. But sometimes you just internalize it too, Sometimes it kind of seeps in and it gets to you a little bit, and you start thinking about your family and wondering if you're doing enough and doing the right things as a parent and a wife and business owner and boss and friend and, all those different roles that many of us have. So, like I said, I kind of hesitated actually doing a vlog of any kind today, because I don't want to obviously bring anybody down, but I think that some of this is important to talk about and document, and not everything can be, rainbows every single day, right? So I don't know. Anyway, so I'm on my way home from the office, and usually takes me about 15 to 20 minutes, and depending on my day, sometimes I'll call the husband to chat. Sometimes, like today, I just kind of want to be alone with my thoughts and have 15, 20 minutes of quiet before I get home, and have to turn my brain back on again. And in the evening, there's always more work that I would like to be doing. I'm constantly thinking about it, but you also have to stop and be tuned into your family, right? So that's something I'm trying to be better at as well. I think when you're, somebody that is very competitive and driven, that can be a challenge for sure. So I don't know what else. I think that as I get better at this, I look forward to kind of bringing you guys into a little bit more behind the scenes, not just in the business, but the personal life too. I mean, we're not going to be the Kardashians, obviously, and have a camera in my house at all times, but for any of, anybody that might watch this and be interested, hopefully you realize that you're not the only person that's, feeling really heavy right now and still having to function, right? It's not like I can just decide on a Tuesday that I've had it and I can't take it and I'm not going into work, so my patients can just figure it out, right? We gotta just gotta keep going. We don't have a choice. And you're just gonna have days that are great and you're feeling like $1 million, and you're gonna have days that you're just kind of questioning yourself and everything around you. And I don't know, I mean, I don't have answers. I don't really have answers to any of that. So, it's just another day. And today, probably feel a little bit better. And I think that's where we're all at. I think that's one of the reasons why we have to just kind of have some compassion for each other, right? Because we never know when we're going to catch someone in that moment that the world kind of feels really unsafe and really unsteady. And if you catch someone in those moments, sometimes they can react, all sorts of different ways. So it's important, I think, to be sensitive to that for sure. Back on a good note, we are now able to see wellness patients, so that was the big thing, right? I mean, are we in the red, yellow, or green zone? Whatever any of that actually means. But as a healthcare facility, we are now able to, resume seeing non-acute patients, which is great. So, we're looking forward to the practice, having a little bit better of an energy and welcoming back patients we haven't seen in, 4, 6, 8 weeks. But it's still not going to be the same, I mean, our office, like, we're used to kids running around. We're used to, just kids, right? Running around, being nuts while their parents are getting care. And we're used to patients, who are starting care together, like going through their care plans and getting to know each other and building relationships, and kids, playing together, and kids, stretching in the rehab room with the parent. Like, that's who we were. And I just don't know if we're going to get that back. Right? And what that is going to look like as a family practice. So like I said, I mean, it's great that we can treat the people that need us before they're in terrible pain. I just wish there were people that could see, how things were before all this happened. So it's a lot to think about. And a lot to plan right now. We're figuring it out as we go, because obviously none of us have been through a pandemic before. At least nobody that I know. So anyway, if you're watching this, and you're kind of feeling like this, you're feeling uncertain, reach out, right? I mean, if not to me, if to somebody, and just talk through it. Because, obviously, if you just allow yourself to kind of sink into a hole, it's going to affect every facet of your life, your work, your family, your well-being and happiness, all of that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, you're not alone. You're not alone. And, there will be a new normal, and we'll find the opportunities in that. The opportunities that we can find right now are, how you can find more compassion for people. How you can rework your business or your job, or your life in general to be conducive to that, right? And this is the time to bring back, that imagination you used to have, right, when you were young. And, what can you do creatively in your life right now to mitigate this? And I think it's something good to think about. I think that's constructive. And I look forward to it. I look forward to being able to be creative in that way, and would encourage you to do the same. So, all right, I have droned on long enough. I'm almost home. Just got into my neighborhood, so gonna hop off here. And this was the second vlog, and I'm gonna do my best to make them more interesting as we go. I'm never gonna be the Kardashians, so if you're disappointed, this is probably not the channel for you. But it's about consistency. It's about doing it right. So have a fantastic Tuesday, and I will tune in with you guys again this week and let you know what's going on. Have a great evening.